Similarly, the rulers of Germany are doing it over the heads of the citizenry by partisanly supplying weapons, ammunition, tanks and money to Zelensky in Ukraine, and this at the expense of that part of the German people who, as righteous people, have nothing to do with all this, and with racism and filthiness, and thus also want nothing to do with that part of the government that consists of neo-Nazis. And what happened around 120 years ago in German Southwest Africa, which is about half the size of Germany, and is now called Namibia, was nothing other than what Hitler and his henchmen did in the 1939 to 1945 World War, namely a Holocaust, that is to say a genocide, and also the incitement of the two tribes of the Herero and the Nama, who then waged a guerrilla war against the Germans. And what the ruling class and effective neo-Nazis in Germany are doing, with regard to everything else that is being decided over the heads of the people, really knocks the bottom out of the barrel. Just as I have said, the new WHO Pandemic Treaty, which is to be approved as international health regulations next May, is to be concealed and secretly imposed on all the peoples of all the countries of the world. As a result, the following rights to which human beings are entitled, for example, are to be curtailed or completely cancelled and rendered invalid. 1. The WHO will then henceforth decide what human beings are allowed to experience and discuss. This, thereby suspending freedom of opinion. 2. All governments must fulfill all WHO requirements. The WHO will then determine which animals are to be vaccinated or killed, whereby pets of all genera and species may also be affected. 3. The WHO will in future control freedom of travel with health certificates. 4. The WHO will then be able to override human rights and also human dignity and their basic values at any time. These are just a few examples of what the whole WHO change plan is supposed to entail, which is being prepared in secret and threatens to be implemented if the people do not oppose it. It is all about the power of the WHO, but not about the health of human beings, animals and wildlife, etc., but effectively only about the expansion of the WHO's competences and might, which the governments and those in charge of the WHO want to enforce secretly. This is a foretaste of what is to come for human beings, but which will become much and much worse in the future through the stupid use, implementation and effectiveness of artificial intelligence, through which human beings will ultimately be bogged down and controlled in such a manner that they will completely and utterly lose their freedom and become nothing more than slaves to the government.